Hi, it's me, SocksHermit, and I'm going to talk about feminism. I don't agree with it. I think it's stupid, and I think it needs to go back wherever it came from. We've basically created a self-centered, hyper-independent woman who thinks she knows it all, can do it all, and doesn't need a man. And if she does want a man, he's got to bow down to her every whim. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that's how women are supposed to behave. This kind of creation of the woman's mentality has destroyed the family, and the fact that there doesn't need to be a family, and the mom is not pertinent to the whole family dynamic, and and to some extent, neither is the dad. Thus creating a single woman who, after not getting her way with her husband, or boyfriend, or whatever, they've procreated and had kids, or a child, she can still focus on her career if she hires a nanny, or a babysitter, or tutors, gets them enrolled in a bunch of activities so they don't have to do anything. They can hire a nanny to cart them here, there, and everywhere. Which will lead to a very unstable role model for the kids to look up to in the mom department. If mom has booted dad out with a divorce because he cheated on her, because she wouldn't give him any kind of nookie, because he wasn't doing what he wanted her to, or what she wanted him to, they may or may not have a father that's even semi-reliable in their life. So that creates a whole other slew of problems. Women don't want to have accountability for any of their actions. They'll blame it on somebody else, and they always will, and it's a never-ending cycle. Child rearing will be pawned off on strangers. They can always pay somebody to go, take care of their kids. As I said before, nannies, babysitters, whatever. It emasculates men, and you really don't have to look far for that. Women expect men to be in touch with their feelings, yet somehow they're supposed to be that strong, sexy type that they see in the movies. I'm sorry, women, but you can't have it both ways. You can either have an effeminate man you can boss around, or you can have a man who won't take your crap, but will put you on a pedestal whenever. Well, no pedestal. No pedestal. Take the pedestal back now. No pedestal. But he'll treat you right. Because when men are treated correctly, they're cared for correctly, they will go above and beyond than what you need. Isn't that so, sweetie?
Yeah.
See, he agrees. He's not stupid. It's increased marital infidelity.
Let's go.
Okay, you go ahead first. When a woman won't put out, her husband eventually will seek to go elsewhere. There's no two ways about it, and I can't, it's just how it is. I can't express that any more than what I've already said. Women don't trust the man to actually make a good, level-headed decision. Now, I will say this about the mentality of America, in my opinion. What was I saying?
I don't think.
Oh, yeah. People in general in America are just dumber than they were 20 years ago. They just are. No. Prior to the 60s, men were at least intelligent. Now, you really have to search for somebody who's actually intelligent. On both sides of the gender, it don't matter. Get your sweet milk. STDs are on the rise as well. And the thing is it's not all men that are having all the sex with women. It's the alpha males. Ironically, it's the men that the women don't want to end up with in marriage. These are the strong guys that they sit there and preach against. Ironically, the beta males end up, being either emasculated or they just retreat and won't deal with women. Abortion is a tool, in my opinion, of the feministic move. If you're not going to take responsibility for your actions, then why should you take responsibility for making a child? Abortion has become so commonplace, it's almost like tying your shoes. If I just don't see how people can do that. I don't. It disgusts the living snot out of me. It takes two people to make a baby, and there's such a double standard with abortions. It's ridiculous. Now, I mean, people don't necessarily think about, when incest takes place or rape. See, I'd be lenient, but still, I keep thinking of the child involved. They didn't ask to be born that way. They didn't ask for the circumstances to create them, but they are there. But that aside, abortion has become so commonplace, nobody really gets shocked about it anymore. Women are more concerned about the hindrance a child will have on their careers or their partying or just their general way of life. There are even people out there who think that it's okay to kill your child in abortion if they're not the right gender. There's people out there who think that you should be able to kill your newborn if they're too much of a bother or whatever. And I think that's just wrong. It's gross. Feminism is not normal. It's not. Men have always been the head of families. Feminism has made communication impossible because it's a battle of the wills. Men are fighting to keep control of the relationship and the marriage, and women can't trust the man to make the right decision. Women are now Miss Independent and, Miss Know-It-All and Miss You Do Everything For Me, or you're not getting anything. And then the men are like, well, if I'm not getting it here, I'm going somewhere else. That's feminism. It pits man against woman. And they say women are supposed to be smart. But we're proving, the old rumor, in all the historical romances that are based in England, they all think that women are stupid. But you know what? If that was the thought process way back when they had balls and women were married off to men to further the family's position in the hierarchy and social status, we're not really proving them wrong if we're just being conniving people who are destroying our race, or not our race, that are destroying our. We're not proving them wrong because we're destroying our species one female at a time. Hey guys, I just actually got off the phone with my boyfriend, and he actually gave me another idea, another point, so to speak, about feminism. If women don't take care of children, who therefore, push the men away, and then they end up growing up with parental issues, then you really can't blame the men today for the issues that they've got because a woman did it. I mean, now that's not to say that people don't overcome their parental unit that they had, the adversities that they had growing up, but with the feminism and the way it is, the thought process is not without logic, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's just his point of view, I guess. But it's a dude's point of view. But I can't really say that I disagree either. Anyway, that's it. I gotta go. I got a baby calling me.
Bye-bye. That's all. Give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Give Scout a hug. He's asking for a hug. That's a kiss.